It is Monday, February 25th, 2019. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Today I have big news coming out of T-Mobile and Sprint, and a little bit actually that implicates Google Fi. So I'll start first with the announcement from T-Mobile. T-Mobile has officially delayed its full 5G network launch until later on in this year. So that would put it at about the half two mark of 2019. We don't have a specific time frame exactly. We don't know what month, we don't have an exact date, but the quote from the T-Mobile Chief Technical Officer, he did say that it would be coming out later, half two of 2019. Now, if you look at the timeline for T-Mobile's launch of its 5G, initially last year they did claim that 30 cities would have received a 5G network by the end of 2018, and of course this time frame has come and gone, and that did not happen. And then they since updated it, and they said that in their second announcement, T-Mobile's 5G would be ready by Q1 or Q2 of 2019. And of course, that appears to not be happening according to this delay. So why exactly is T-Mobile having this delay? And they are claiming that the issue is they don't have the compatible devices to push their 5G network. So I have reported on this issue in the past, and there is actually a hardware restriction here. The problem is T-Mobile, in terms of their network choice for how they're going to build out their 5G network, the antennas required for T-Mobile spectrum are not being developed at this time by many OEMs. So most of the manufacturers that are making 5G chips are doing so with the idea that millimeter wave will be the main focus. That means companies like Verizon and AT&T will have the most likely scenario where they are compatible with these spectrums. Now, with the exception of Sprint, which I'll get to in a second. Now, the 600 megahertz that we're talking about here for T-Mobile's network requires a different type of antenna module, a totally different set of hardware and protocol, which is why they're struggling with this initial rollout. Is they're basically saying we don't have the devices to push the network, so that's why they're delaying the network. True or false, that's what they're reporting. All right, the second thing I'm reporting for today is Sprint is set to launch their 5G network in May. They have cited Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Kansas City, Houston, Los Angeles, New York City, Phoenix, and Washington, D.C. as their first 9 networks to be deployed in terms of markets. So I actually watched the Sprint demo video this morning. You guys can watch it on their YouTube channel. They did this little demo where they were going around the city of Chicago, and they were just testing the network, field testing. And they did show that they were able to achieve speeds of 430 megabits per second. Now, what's interesting about this particular network announcement is that Google Fi, which is Google's carrier rendition as an MVNO, they would be receiving 5G by accessing it through Sprint's network. So Sprint 5G is actually not millimeter wave based. It doesn't currently, as a company, Sprint doesn't have any millimeter wave spectrum. They are focused on rolling out 5G through mid-band spectrum and utilizing massive MIMO technology for their 5G. Now, they did officially announce the LG V50 ThinQ as their 5G ready device, and they would also have a 5G hotspot, which is going to be manufactured by HTC, and all of these would be standards-based 5G devices. I reported on that hotspot not too long ago in a video, so that's been known for the last couple of weeks. Now, in terms of 5G coverage, Sprint has already said that they will be launching New York City as a market, and they would promise 5G coverage in the Midtown and Lower Manhattan areas. Also, Dallas and Fort Worth would receive 230 square miles of 5G coverage, and the total grand amount of 5G coverage at the initial launch of those 9 markets would be over 1,000 square miles for that initial launch. So there is some really good news here, obviously, with Sprint getting ready to launch their 5G network in May, and they've given us an idea of where it would be launching and what it would be like. And then for T-Mobile, a little bit of a delay for their 5G because of hardware restrictions. So any of the topics that I covered in today's video, go ahead and give me your thoughts and opinions on that. If you're disappointed, if this is just something you expected, or you're encouraged by anything that any of the companies are doing, drop me a line below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. So thank you for tuning in to watch the video. Please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Ding the bell to be notified whenever I upload new content. That's it for this one. Thank you again for watching. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.